धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Manash Mishra.
ॐ असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा मृतं गमया सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अहं ब्रह्मास्मि. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of talk, or rather, one specific day of talk. What is the topic for today? It seems like people are too much of interested in toy shops. Okay, good enough. So we'll see. So the topic that we have chosen, never heard of in any of the satsangs. Mera Mann, Khilono ki Dhukan. So, are you ready to take a tour into the toy shop today? And one specific thing that we all require is, if you have to go into a toy shop, you have to be a what? Somebody is writing Sashiji. No, Sashiji looks like that actually. Okay. So you have to be a kid. So any grown-ups in the room today? Please close your ears. So if we have all the childs in the room, that's good. Nobody. Okay. Fine. So the only grown-up in the room is me. All are children today. So let's begin with this story of Mera Mann Khilono ki Dhukan. So I have to do a translation simultaneously, I believe. Because Pradeep ji, I have written that entire thing in Hindi, and now I have to translate that into English and also speak at the same time. So bear with that part. Okay. So any idea why we chose this particular topic today? You can type. Or do you just think I saw someone among you and I just thought, okay, let's do this. So today, there are specific things that we are going to do. See, Aparoji, I said there should be kids. Kids don't give this kind of answers. All right. So Santoshi ji is quite close to that now. Okay. So now, today we will be understanding into the depth of this quality of our own. हमारे स्वयं के बनाए हुए कुछ चीजों को समझेंगे, and apart from that, I have written something for you, so I'll read that out. And the third, we are going to do a very, very specific guided meditation. And I am sure none of you have done that kind of meditation till now. many people might not have thought of that also, that it is possible. So we'll explore into that as well. So beginning with मेरा मन खिलौनों की दुकान. So Mukta ji, like when I told Hari Bhai about that मेरा मन खिलौनों की दुकान, Hari Bhai asked me, what kind of topic is this? And then I spoke almost 45 minutes, bhai. Yeah, good. And then Hari Bhai said, no, this should be here. And after that, at that time, I had just written only one sentence, Mera Man Khilono Ki Dukan. After that, I wrote the entire thing. And now I'm going to recite that first. And after that, we will explore that write-up. Okay. And for our English-speaking people, so I will translate one by one then, while speaking about that. Good. So here goes the write-up. जो आपको ध्यान में रखते हुए लिखा गया है, keeping you all in mind. I wrote this and it says, मेरा मन खिलौनों की दुकान. न जाने कितने दिन बीते इसमें नादान, कभी रिझाता कहानियों से, कभी उलझाता सवालों में, तो कभी बस दूर ले जाता किसी वादियों में. ना इसका कोई ठिकाना ना ही पता, बस यूं ही बंजारों की तरह कभी इस सड़क पे तो कभी उस पगडंडी पे निकल पड़ता. उड़ जाता कहीं दूर आसमान में बिना कोई मतलब और बिना कोई मकसद. मेरा मन खिलौनों का दुकान. न जाने कितनों को किया इसने परेशान. कभी इसे सवाल करूं तो अचानक से छुप जाता है, मानो जैसे अमावस का हो चांद. और जब गहरे ध्यान में उतरने की कोशिश करता हूं तो फिर से सुनाने लगता है अपना एक गान. क्योंकि मेरा मन है खिलौनों का दुकान. न जाने कितने रातें रहा मैं इससे अनजान. कभी प्यार में उड़ते रहता तो कभी गुस्से भरे नजरों से सबको देखता. गुस्सा उस पे जो उसे छेड़ दे और प्यार उनसे जो उसकी वाहवाही करे. बड़ा मजेदार है, लेकिन फिर भी याद है मुझे मेरा मन खिलौनों का दुकान. इसने उजाड़े न जाने कितने मकान. कई बार एक तीव्र नदी की धार की भांति बहा ले जाता तो कभी एक रुके हुए घड़ी की सुई की तरह अकड़ जाता. आखिर इसे क्या पता भी है कि ये अकड़ किस बात की है, या तो इसके पीछे छुपा इसका अहम की पकड़ है. ना, इसे ये भी नहीं पता, लेकिन मुझे अब पता चल गया है. मेरा मन खिलौनों का दुकान और अब हो गया हूं मुझे. अच्छा, मेरा मन खिलौनों का दुकान और अब हो गई है मुझे इसकी पहचान. मेरा मन खिलौनों की दुकान. So Hari Bhai, from that one single sentence to this entire write-up that has shown up now. And anyways, we will translate sentence by sentence so we get the clarity of those words as well. I would like to start it with a statement which will put you into a space of thoughtfulness. सोचने पे मजबूर करेगा. Somebody shared something and in that there was written like, गलतियां और भगवान तभी दिखाई देते हैं जब उसे मान लो. You can only see God and your faults when you accept them, or else we cannot see that. But while dealing with all that thing, what was the story behind my mind, a toy shop? Now, how many times it has happened? Not how many times. It actually happens every moment. Today, when we were about to start, and Hari Bhai showed up late on the screen. Did it tell you a story? आपको कुछ विचार आए कि देर क्यों हुआ? अच्छा, जिनको पता है कि हम लेट से गए तो वो लोग सोच रहे होंगे अरे हमारे घर से लेट गए इसीलिए सो गए होंगे. नहीं, ये कहते हैं ना कि लेट से गए इसीलिए लेटे हुए हैं. एंड अदर पीपल, अरे क्या हो गया, कहीं मैं गलत लॉगिन में तो नहीं आ गई, आई माइट हैव लॉग्ड इनटू द रॉन्ग आईडी. ऑल स्टोरीज. यस और नो? But you see, all that it was doing was entertaining you. But we don't understand that. And once we accept this as entertainment, it happens good. Or else it creates all kind of chaos, all kind of problem, all kind of issues. Now just think of, in the early morning, you woke up fresh. And the moment you wake up, it comes with a toy in his hands. This is your toy for the day. For some, it brings a happy toy. For some, it brings the toy of the worry of yesterday. But every time it is coming and giving you a toy, yes or no? Look at that very carefully. And I said, it is not just one toy, it's a toy shop. खिलौनों की दुकान है, एक नहीं है इसके पास. Because the moment you think like, okay, no, this is not what I want. Okay, he brings another one. Okay, how about this? A perfect sales pitch. I have never seen a better seller than our own mind. What was the first line that I wrote there? It said, Mera Mann खिलौनों की दुकान. My mind, the toy shop. न जाने कितने दिन बीते इसमें नादान. I just spent so many days, years, even without realization of it. कभी रिझाता कहानियों से. Sometimes it tells me stories. कभी उलझा देता सवालों में. And at times bring questions into my mind and I'm just lost in that question itself. तो कभी बस दूर ले जाता किसी वादियों में. And at times it just carries me away into far off distance. I think for some it might be asking questions. For some it is telling you stories. And for some it is already telling you something that I have not told yet. You know, he's going to tell this. Every single time this is what it is doing. And the issue here is, so we will do a peeling off a little bit. Is it okay? थोड़ा जरूरी है the peel off होना. And if you don't peel off also, you will not realize like what and why we chose this topic. Another statement that I read just 2-3 days ago, it said, if God has given you a chance, don't repeat the errors. अगर भगवान ने आपको एक मौका दिया है तो अपने गलतियों को ना दोहराएं. What does that mean? It means if you have taken a birth as a human, this time make use of it and don't repeat the same things, or else you will slip again back to the same circle. So now, how many of you of late have been able to catch hold of your own self, of your own errors? You see, when you move into this space of spirituality, that one amazing thing happens which we don't realize. I remember when Vidyaji was saying, like, I'm not the same person which I used to be. You know what happened? This is exactly what has happened. Yeah, Muktaji. Because now we have evolved to a space where we are just not seeing like from one angle of it. We are seeing from the both side of it. And then we are able to understand, okay, because what the mind does is it has specific qualities. One, it will keep you engaged. Yes or no? And you all want to disengage from that mind itself. हम अपने विचारों से ही दूर जाना चाहते हैं, नहीं तो हमेशा it's just tying us up. So that is one quality of it. What it does, you remember since your childhood, it has been telling you stories. First it said, I want this, then it changed, then it changed, then it changed, now something else. But it continues. Has it ever ceased? No. But there is a way of seizing it. मोक्ष चाहिए किसी को? ये भी एक खिलौनों की दुकान. Can you see a word jumps into your head and says, yes, I want this. Are, wait, it might also be a toy. So analyze that part. And anyways, what is moksha? Subarna Rekha ji, moksha kya hai? Moksha is a very big toy actually. That's why everybody is running behind it. Big people are running behind that. किसी को मिला है? Anybody got this? Or you think they got? But we'll clarify that also. Yesterday only while talking, I was speaking about that only. Like मोक्ष का मतलब क्या है? मोक्ष is मोह का क्षय हो जाना. When that attachment is gone, that itself is moksha. So, when I asked, has it been given to anyone? Yes and no at the same time. Why yes? Yes, people got it. Why no? It is not given, it is taken. वो आपको लेना पड़ता है, कोई देता नहीं है उसे आपको. और आपने अगर ये कला सीख ली कि मोह का क्षय हो जाए, then everything changes. Now I will be telling you a story of a small little kid. And obviously it is not a story, it's a history. What we call history means that has happened, but now is being told in a form of a story. Go back to your childhoods. You know, in Hyderabad, people go to exhibition grounds, and at your places, you might have gone to some kind of fair. मेला लगता था ना बचपन में. प्रणीत तो अभी भी जाता है. So, good. So there was when you go to any fair, and as a child, when you go, you see first you see a balloon shop that attracts you first. Then what do? You call upon your parents. Come on, give me that, give me that. And when you pull their hand, how many times it has happened that they say, hey, leave that, it won't last long, we'll see something else. And they move on. And some good parents are there, they say, okay, take it. But do you stop there with the balloon? But at that moment, when you are looking at that balloon, colorful one, might be the ones that can fly high. आप उसे देखते हो और उसके पीछे भागते हो. And remember, at that moment it was your topmost priority. Yes or no? Okay. So that was your topmost priority. But if it was not given to you, what did you do? Remember, go back. You are a child, right? You don't have to go travel far. If you are a child, you know it. It's just a story of yesterday. Okay. So Aparavji cries. So he's a good child. And if we ask the doctor, like, okay, if the child doesn't get the balloon, if he cries, is it good? The doctor says, absolutely fine. He's a good child. Right. Then you move on. What next? Let's say you got the balloon and then you moved on. What next? You say, no, mukti ho gayi. I got liberation. I don't need anything else in my life. हुआ है किसी के साथ? Next toy. Because once the balloon shop is gone, there is a row of toy shops. Sugar candy, वाह. अब देखो, जिसने जिस चीज के लिए रोया था उनको वो सारे चीजें याद है. For some it might be a sugar candy, for some it might be a balloon, for some might it be a Barbie doll, for some time. Now this kid went to a fair, and as usual he went with his father. And now listen to this story very carefully, because now something twist will happen. He was seeing all the toys, was getting attracted with this, then that, then this, then that. Everything was just good for it. And then finally it settled on something called as a scooter. A yellow color scooter, this size. Okay. And old golden days, that scooter was priced at 18 rupees. कितना था? 18 रुपए का स्कूटर. Now, Sumaji, you are not in a toy shop, or you have not given, you have not been given with that, and you are sitting. Okay, so we'll see that. And this kid wanted to get that scooter. उसे चाहिए ही चाहिए था. And he said to his father that this is what I want. And when the father asked the price, it was 18 rupees. And listening to that, the father said, no, take something else. कुछ और देख ले. What could be the reason behind that? Anyone who wants to speak, I can unmute them also. Because this needs to be a conversation, and in a conversation, amazing thing will appear. Who wants to talk? Mukta ji? अच्छा, जनेश जी ने हाथ उठा ही दिया. चलो मुक्ता जी, फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट. जनेश जी.
Pranam Gurudev.
Pranam. If the kid is asking for that toy and the father denies, what could be the reason?
First, father cannot afford it.
Absolutely right.
Second, maybe the scooter is not the kind of a quality which father knows the kid will not be able to handle.
Okay.
अभी ले लेगा 5 मिनट में तोड़ देगा ये, मैं जानता हूँ मेरे बेटे को.
Okay.
Third is, father knows that the kid is already there and he already has one. अब ये वापस लेके क्या एक का एक खाली कलर बदली करके थोड़ी स्कूटर जमा करने, उससे अच्छा ही कुछ और ले ले. And fourth and last, ये स्कूटर वगैरह छोड़, कुछ और ले, क्योंकि अपने पास इतना ही बजट है और इसमें तेरे को इतना एंजॉय करने का है। मेरा काम था तेरे को यहाँ घुमाना, और इतने बजट में मैं तेरे को घुमाऊंगा। अगर इसमें 18 रुपया दे दिया तो बाकी मैं तेरे को नहीं दे पाऊंगा।
Wow. So how many, for many of you, it might be a realization what he said.
यस
The same simple words. But now you are listening from a standpoint of a
फादर।
person who understands all this. Now the same things that would have been, you see, now everybody is talking like a grown up again. But as a kid, but Janeji, what you said was so profound. Because now when we were speaking, people were getting realization, oh. But when Janeji was speaking, were you hearing it as a father talking to his child? Or the father talking to the child? क्या एक पिता अपने बच्चे से बात करने के जैसे कहा उन्होंने, या एक परमात्मा और अपने रचाए हुए रचना से बात करते हुए आपने सुना? Okay, so whatever it is, we will go into depth. So Janesh ji, the first point that you said is budget nahi tha,
आई कैन नॉट अफोर्ड इट।
right? I cannot afford it. Who said that?
Father's mind having that reason.
Might be he did had that money in his pocket at that time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me elaborate on this a little bit. But as a father, he wants to give everything or not to his kid?
True.
अपने बच्चे को सब कुछ देना चाहता है, जो भी उसके बच्चे को खुश करे, राइट?
Yes.
अगर नहीं देना चाहता तो मेले में क्यों लेके गया बताओ? If he would not have been trying to make his kid happy, he should not have taken him to the fair itself.
True.
True. So he has
For
taken.
for every no, he feels bad.
And by the way, why was the kid taken to the fair? बच्चे को मेले में क्यों लेके जाता है?
Enjoy.
To have fun. Yes, Deepika ji. To have fun, to enjoy and have fun. Revati ji, very good. Now, can you see when you are writing these words, what is happening to you by reading these simple words? Are you understanding the depth of it? Entertainment. Okay. Now, some people are suddenly growing up and analyzing everything and says, yes, yes, yes. No, still stay a kid now. Don't run away. But can you see the same thing? I am not saying anything yet. हमने कोई मंत्र नहीं बोला है. You are only saying very simple things, but are you able to analyze and understand what you are saying? So a father, if it has taken a kid, that means it wants its child to experience and be happy. Yes? Very good. But here the case was the father was not able to afford the money for the child. Now, put yourself into the shoes of the father who wants to give everything to the son, but he is not having that much of resources at that time and is not able to give. Now, here the condition is if it is God, then he should have everything, right? So let me give you a clarity on that. And this might be an eye-opener for all of us. All the people in this room and around the creation, those who think that I have spent this much of money on my kid, okay? Wake up and smell the coffee. It's not yours. The money that you have spent on your kid is the money because of his prarabdha, and that money has come to you and you are only able to spend that much on them. वो पैसा आपका नहीं है, वो उसका पैसा है. Are you understanding that? That money is not yours. You would not have had that money if that kid was not there with you. Are you realizing that part? Or else, you spent a certain amount, but not beyond that. Is it your fault? Not your fault. Is it the kid's fault? No, the kid doesn't know. But because of its past doings, it has brought that kind of energy into this field. And now you think you are spending money. No, it is his or her money that she is spending now or he is spending now. You have just become a source like a bank in which the deposit is there. That's it. They will come and take away. So what was the situation here? The father wanted to give, but he didn't had money. But as a kid, would you understand that prarabdha karma, my past deeds, my good deeds, my bad deeds, because of which I got this scooter or I didn't got this scooter? You won't understand all that, right? कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. And exactly like you would have been. जनेश जी, समझ में आता क्या वो टाइम पे?
नहीं आता है.
क्या करते आप फिर? पिताजी ने आपको खिलौना नहीं दिया.
जीत करूंगा या बुरा मानूंगा.
So you will be angry, you will be shattered, and you will be saying, मेरे पापा मेरे से प्यार नहीं करते. My father doesn't love me. This is what we do, right?
सत्य.
But this kid was a little bit more advanced than you people, you know. He was not that silent kid. The moment his father denied that, okay, we will not take the scooter, take something else. You know what that kid did? In mid of that fair, threw himself on the ground. And have you seen that snow angel? Kids do that, no? In snow. So if you don't know what snow angel is, go search on Google, you'll find that how kids do snow angel. So he threw himself in the ground और जानते हो ना, how beautiful the ground would be in a mela, like in a fair, what kind of place it would be. He threw himself and started crying on the ground. And know what he said? I'll tell that in Hindi first. And listen to this. And he said, अगर दे नहीं सकते तो लेके क्यों आए? If you cannot give, then why have you brought me here? Now, for a kid, it is all justified, right? But for a father, was it just a question that if you cannot give me or buy me a toy, why have you brought me here? Or he questioned, अगर दे नहीं सकते तो पैदा क्यों किया? If you cannot afford, then why have you given me a birth? Yes or no? But as a kid, you won't understand that. But that might create a deep scar in the heart of your father. Yes or no? That kid was me. वो मेरा ही कहानी है. But now when I look at all those things, now I don't even put a finger on my father's perspective that he didn't had money. But now I keep a pointer on my own thing, that it is not his doing. It is my doing, because of which he didn't had that 18 rupees in his pocket. If it would have been my good doings, he should have had that 18 rupees in his pocket and he would have bought me that. But as a kid, we don't understand. We don't realize that part. How many times it has happened that you have also complained to your father? मेरे साथ ही क्यों? Why only with me? Other kids are getting everything. Why me? All the kids in the room, Yes or no? You did that. So and then it is not that the father didn't give you anything, but you were stuck to one thing there. And at the same time, just remember this: if you wanted a balloon and a balloon was given, you don't stop there, right, Karthik? Then you move on to the next toy shop and you see another thing. Oh, I want that also. Father is good enough. Okay, take this also. Then again, one more toy shop. He said, what this also. Now tell me, even if all that you wanted in the fair, all are given to you, how long will you play with it? Rather, I have seen, Nilimaji, if we don't get the things, all the things, and we get only one, we appreciate it more. Rather than having too many things and not knowing its appreciation. Now, in the same way, if we look at the karmic account of our own, it also works in the same fashion. What is this world now? A toy shop. Why has the Father sent you here? Means the Creator. Why he has sent you here? To cry. To throw yourself on the ground and cry like me. And then to shout in the middle. Then have fun. Pakka na Bhavani ji, you will not go back on your words. See, I'm not asking you about anything. I am actually taking a commitment from all of you. Because if you understand these small little things about the mechanics of life, the life itself can be so amazing. Because at times, the same toys that you liked once have become the reason for your sorrow. Yes or no? The thing that you thought like this is the ultimate one. Gone. Then suddenly it breaks and somebody comes and takes it away. And then you say, somebody steals it. And then you are lost. So why are you here? Why has the Creator sent you? Create a meaning of your own. But this time, don't create that meaning like the complaining kid who threw himself. Because at that time, he didn't know. But now you know. So remember why you are here. You are here to experience certain things. But I have also seen, Sandhya ji, there is one of my friend who doesn't want to sit in this giant wheels. You all, majority of you know him actually. One fine day, I asked my father that I will not only sit, he will also sit. He doesn't want to sit there. I pulled him and sat. And when it started, he shouted like anything. He screamed. And he screamed so loudly that the wheel has to be stopped. When it was on the top, he was shouting so much that this person in the down can hear it. Now, can you see, in the same giant wheel, there are people, those who are enjoying it, and there are people, those who are screaming. Now tell me why somebody is enjoying the same and the other is screaming. क्या हो सकता है संतोषी जी? Fear. Very good. Expectations are different. Absolutely. Does it matter to the giant wheel? You're crying. No, the giant wheel is a giant wheel. It doesn't know. Its only work is to rotate. Earth. Hello. Did you hear what I said? Earth. It's rotating. A giant wheel. It's a circular, right? And it's also rotating. Some are enjoying, some are screaming. Is it a problem with the giant wheel? Oh. Acha. See, you all are actually giving, not telling mantras, you are giving Mahavakyas today. I say, don't write here. Write it, type it, print it, and keep it in your house. You will never need any other mantra, I believe. Now, Santoshi ji wrote, one is happy, other is sad, depending on their acceptance of it. So why is a person sad in this world? And why is a person happy in this world? Anything that you don't understand in this? Yes, some just love screaming. They want that that there is a word called as drama queens. Why drama queens only? Drama kings bhi to ho sakte. I was one of them in my childhood. हर चीज में कुछ ना कुछ ड्रामा चाहिए ही चाहिए. So just think of this. I said, when you are moving in the giant wheel, it doesn't matter to the giant wheel. But now tell me one thing again. Was the giant wheel designed to make you go through an experience and enjoy it, or a giant wheel was created so that you will be fearful? किस लिए बनाया गया था giant wheel? So that you will be fearful, or you can enjoy it? Enjoy it. World was created to give you sorrows. But you say दुनिया बड़ा बेदर्द है. World is a very sad place. How many of you really like sitting in a giant wheel? You enjoy that? Hari Bhai, Pranit, Bhavani ji. Appa Rao ji, very good. Rajesh ji, okay. And what about others? Acha, so I used to, not now. बच्चा बड़ा हो गया है. Okay, good. If I ask you to sit in the giant wheel again, all those people, those who enjoy that, will you be happy or not? That gives you thrill, right? That gives you that enjoyment in that moment, adrenaline rush. Even today, it is thrilling. Absolutely, Shiva Guruji, because it's not about when it goes up, it's exactly when it starts falling down, creates that magic. And some people think, gone. But I said, when it is going up, it doesn't feel that great. But the moment it starts falling, coming down, you feel as if everything is gone. I am falling. It feels exactly like from your hip down, it went away somewhere. Yahi hota hai na? Right. What about in life? When you go up, you don't feel that actually. But the moment you fall, it comes down. You feel like everything is gone. Yes or no? But where do you exactly get the experience of it? In the rising or in the falling? Your falling exactly gives you the experience of rising again. And anyways, what is the design of that? It's a circle. If you have fallen, you will rise again. And you have risen, it will come down. You can look at it as a falling, or you can see that when it is going down, it is time to again rise up. And as Deepika ji has messaged in the morning today, the sun reminds us every day that he will rise again. And can you see how beautiful this design has been made? But you know what is the best part of it? There are some people, very, very little people, those who think like if I get out of it, I get down from the giant wheel, everything is okay. But there is another option. Some people run away from that, right? But there is another option. Being the owner of the giant wheel. You can go sit and enjoy for a few times, scream, happy and all those things. But if you are the owner of it, what will happen? Now you will stand at a place and you will look at your creation and laugh at what people are doing in that. Let's say you are the inventor of it, okay? You are the creator of that giant wheel, Revati ji, and you're looking at people sitting there screaming, shouting, crying. Now you being that owner and you have created that, how do you feel? Karthik, kaisa lagega? You will be standing and looking at that and you will be enjoying actually. How do you want to deal with the world? Absolutely right word, Janiji. Amusement. You will be looking at the people sitting in there, screaming, shouting, crying, laughing with amusement and amazement at the same time. How do you see the world? As if you are sitting there? Are you in a cartwheel? Are you in a giant wheel? And the giant wheel is just rotating and you don't know, you don't have any control on that. You have a control on that? You had a control while going and sitting in that. Some choose to sit in a small giant wheel. Some choose to be in the bigger ones. कुछ छोटे कार्मिक अकाउंट में चलते हैं, कुछ बड़े अकाउंट में. Now let's talk not about the people, those who feared it. Let's talk about the people, those who enjoyed it. You know what happens? They sit once, the ride is over. They again ask, can I go for another? Can you go for another? Then you come down, can I go for another? Okay, go for another. Then finally the father said, enough. Next time. Then some people wait for the next time the fair to come, to sit again. What is that? अरे मैं तो मेले की बात कर रहा हूँ, क्या आप पूरा सत्संग कर लिए उसके ऊपर? You are decoding God's creation. How? Some people are experiencing so many things again and again in the same lifetime. Means एक ही मेला है. Only one fair is going on. And in that one fair, you are experiencing similar kind of things again and again and again and again and again. Why? Answer is very simple. Either you are too attached to that, or you are not fed up yet. Yes or no? So if you are fed up, you should move away from that place, right? But I have been standing at one corner, looking at people screaming, shouting on that side. Hey, come on, come on, come on, come on. And some people run towards me at times. And then what happens is they are not standing close to that giant wheel, but just standing a little bit apart and enjoying the whole movement of that. By looking at the giant wheel, will you be fearful? No, right? What did you do in that place? You detached yourself from that space. The giant wheel. So what is the giant wheel here? The world. Now, instead of either being a part of it, enjoying it, crying it, or being happy, you get the freedom from that. Karmic account is a rolling account, right? It's like a moving wheel. If you're not in the wheel, then आप चक्कर में ही नहीं हो तो कौन सा चक्कर लगेगा आपको बताओ. And every weekend I pull you out. And then again you run to that space. नहीं नहीं मुझे तो इसमें ही बैठना है, जब बैठो. Then again throughout the week start crying. उतारो उतारो मुझे, उतारो, बहुत हो गया. Bring me down, bring me down. No. Is it the fault of the one who created this giant wheel? Or it is my fault that I went and sat there? And why fault? I will only feel like it is my fault if I'm not enjoying that show. Either you have two choices here, Gauriji. Either you sit, and there is a very beautiful way of doing that. You can scream and enjoy at the same time. But there are certain people who only choose one thing in that. They only scream. They don't enjoy. But I have seen many people, those who enjoy and they shout like, how do they shout? Gauriji said, "Ee-haw." Can you see? They're shouting and at the same time enjoying. There is a different kind of shouting there. One, when they're enjoying, there is one kind of sound. And when they are not enjoying it, there is another kind of sound. So in the world, anyways, you are sitting in this, right? What to do? How to be the owner? Because we are now already in the giant wheel. Very good. We will go there. Let us enjoy the ride first. Very simple answer, Santoshi ji. Can the owner of the giant wheel sit in the giant wheel? He can, right? Because it is his creation. And what he has to do to realize that he is the owner of the giant wheel? Just has to realize. In order to, if you are sitting in this giant wheel, what you have to do to become the owner of it? Realize that you are the owner of it. Bada kaam nahi hai. But did you see, your mind is giving you toys. I am telling you something, it is bringing new items in front of you. But from this day on, if you go into a fair, what will happen? It's a crowded place, variety of foods, lot of toys, lot of entertainment. And in that, there is something called as a dead well, right? Maut ka kuan. Uske andar gaadi chalate hain na. There are the daring souls in our world. Yes or no? So there are some people, those who take all kinds of risks in life. And that those are those people. And there are some attention seekers in that and some thieves also. If a thief steals something from you, then what? What will you do? Call the police? Okay. Leave it just like that? Now understand this. If you listen to this, you can get liberation right now. Nobody can make you feel bad after this. Once it happened that there was a sage. Okay. That sage didn't have much in his home, but small little things through which he lived. And one fine day, the person came and stole even that. And while the thief was leaving, some people saw that this thief is stealing something from the sage's house. And they shouted, thief, thief, thief. What do you call it? Donga, donga, donga. Right? And then it ran to one side, right? He's running to that side, and then the sage was coming from the other side. He said, what happened? Arey, chori ho gaya, chori ho gaya. Somebody has stolen all the things from you. And the sage started running to the opposite direction. Then these people are saying, hey, not on this, or not that direction, not that direction, this direction, this direction. He has gone this side. But the sage did not stop. These people followed him. He went and sat in the Smashan Ghat. He went to the cremation ground and sat there. The people said, what are you doing? He has taken and gone that side. And the sage said, why are you worried? Ana idhar hi hai use. Idhar hi pakad lunga. He has to come here again. I will catch hold of him here. Understand this. If something has been taken away from you, you can run behind them. Or you know that everything will be taken care at that ground. Nobody can take anything and run away from you. Can you believe that? No one. If you are in your righteous path, अगर आप सही हो और आपके साथ गलत हो रहा है, that doesn't mean is nobody is taking an account of it. Account is being taken और हिसाब बराबर किया जाएगा. If you start living your life with that kind of understanding and faith, now tell me, who can take anything from you? I am happy like that sage. I will go and sit at the cremation ground. Like kahin pe bhi bhag ke ja, yahi aayega. What's my cremation ground? It's not the ground where the bodies are burnt. My ground is a place where the karmas are taken into consideration. Now tell me, has anyone taken anything from you? If they have taken, don't worry. They have to pay back in interest. देना तो पड़ेगा. But can you wait till that time? किसी ने कहा ना कि देर है अंधेर नहीं है, right? There is delay, but there is no denials. That's what I said. No, delays are not denials. But at times, as we think like delay is the problem. I understand it's not denial, but the problem is itself the delay. Now, have you ordered anything on any of the websites, right, Rajanji? There are so many, Amazon, these, that are there, right? When you order, Do you call that every single day, checking what happened, what happened, what happened? Every single moment, actually? No, right? So they say your order will be delivered. We have accepted your order. Although they define some minutes. You track your status. That's what I'm giving you, Deepika ji. Track your status. But don't cry at that status. So when the things have been ordered and things are coming to you, at times what we do, कभी हुआ है किसी के साथ? You ordered something and then you called up the person again and again and again. You bugged him so much that he said, "Madam, रखो अपने पैसे, मुझे नहीं बेचना." You keep your money, I don't have to sell it. Why? Why? So understand this, like, can you give me a coffee right away? No, I said you should be on my table. Then you will say, पागल हो क्या? 2 minutes तो दो, पानी गर्म तो करने दो. Let me heat up the water, right? अच्छा, रेडीमेड कॉफी, अच्छा उसके लिए भी पैकेट तो चीरना पड़ेगा ना, उसके लिए भी 2 मिनट लगते. कॉफी बनाने के लिए 2 मिनट इंतजार कर सकते हो, प्रॉब्लम आए है तो सॉल्व होने के लिए थोड़ा टाइम दो. Now tell me, if anyone is going through anything in their life, is this the first thing that you are going through? It might look like the most crucial thing now. But is this the first problem? Your birth itself was a problem. Your survival was at question. But you have survived that, right? That means the Creator has already chosen you for this ride. हाँ, उसके ऊपर सारे कंडीशंस अप्लाइड है ना मुक्ता जी. This flavor, that, this much sugar, that much milk, this much darkness, this, you should create that. And then if you have a Starbucks, then you take a selfie with that. My God. So if anything is you are going through that looks like the most, and that in the incubation period, जैसे राजन जी ने कहा कि you have to wait. But while waiting, what are you doing? There are two things here. If you have complete belief that it is coming, you'll not be worried. If you doubt it, you ordered something on Swiggy, and I'll tell you, just 2-3 days ago, something was ordered, and after that, Swiggy stopped responding. Some error in the server. What will happen to you? It showed that money has gone. Order accept हुआ नहीं पता है. In the meantime, it stopped working. What will you do? And let's say it's quite a good amount, and at the same time, people are waiting to eat at your home. Do you have anything there? See, you cannot call their call centers. They don't have. And now anyways, the app itself is not working. What will you do? I have seen some people, Sumaji, they start running from the top floor to the down floor, checking whether he has come or not. And some people switch off their phone and restart it, thinking like the server of that is working with his phone. No. At times, you have to understand that if you are here, certain things might go in the other way that you didn't wanted it to. Were you wrong in ordering the food? Were you wrong in giving the money? No. But that was a time frame where it was not to happen for you. I don't say don't check. Check. But there are two ways of it. One way. Understand this. Again, this might open something for you up. एक तरीके की साधना हम करते हैं. One type of sadhana that we do. एक तरीके की साधना थी सती की या तो पार्वती की. Now many of us, when we do sadhana, for a moment we close our eyes and then the next very moment we open and check whether God has come or not. आधा आंख खोल के देखना शुरू कर देते, फिर पूरे देख लेते, अरे आया क्या, नहीं, अच्छा फिर आंख बंद करते, ओके ओके नो let me do the chanting, and then one eye opens, let me see आया क्या. अरे जब आएगा पता चल जाएगा. It's not about you sitting and slowly opening your eyes to check whether God has arrived or not. No, he will arrive, and when he arrives you will know. But हमारी साधना ऐसी है. Just like we keep on saying, have I advanced in my spirituality? Am I moving ahead? Am I stuck? How should I know? No, you're opening your eyes too much. साधना करने बैठे थे आंख बंद करके. You have to sit there, close your eyes and do what you have to do. But while opening your eyes again and again, are you doing your sadhana or you are disturbing it by your own self? भगवान आने को तैयार था, बोले आंख खोल दी. And do you think you can only play peekaboo? He says, if you are playing, let me play with you also. आपने देखा ना छोटे बच्चों को, आप उनके सामने जाते बोलते पीकेबू पीकेबू, और वो भी हंसने लगता है. अब समझ में ये नहीं आया, why he is smiling? How many of you know while you do this, he is smiling? What is the reason behind the kid smiling? Do you think it is funny thing that he is smiling? No, he is more intelligent than you. He thinks, पता है यही सब होने वाला है आगे चल के. I know this is what is going to happen in life. So he laughs, and you think he is enjoying that. वो बोलते रहे पागल क्यों कर रहा है वो. And we keep on doing that with the divinity also. And what will the divinity do? वो भी हंसता रहता है. And there is another way of doing sadhana, is of the sadhana of Parvati. She just sat there closing her eyes. Did she open her eyes until Shiva appeared? No, with one simple thing in her mind. बैठना मेरा काम है, आना तुम्हारा काम है. My work is to do the sadhana, coming is yours. मेरा काम नहीं है वो. My work is to do what I have to do. And I know you will come. Yes or no? So that's how, my friends, like when in life we are going through so many things, we go. We don't understand it at that moment. It looks like so very typical. But let me give you the assurance, if you have ever fumbled upon, अगर कभी भी आपको ऐसा लगा है कि मेरे साथ गलत हुआ या हो रहा है, trust it. No one has abandoned you. And especially the Creator never abandons you. वो आपको ना छोड़ा है ना वो आपको छोड़ेगा. Can you separate yourself from your own self? Then how can he separate you from himself? आप अपने आप को उसका हिस्सा नहीं मानते. You don't think yourself to be that. That's what, Karthik. Don't know who is with me or behind me. You start realizing who is with you and behind you. and all the problems. Has it ever happened that there was a situation and you were not able to handle it? Some way or other, somebody didn't showed up. नहीं होगा ऐसा कभी. It never leaves you alone. Are you alone? Close your eyes and check if you are alone. And ask this question to your own self. And you will listen that he is talking to you right away. With a strong assurance that don't worry, I'm there. And if he has not spoken, I will make sure he speaks to you today. And not only that, at times, I heard somewhere, Shiva Guruji, it was something, a write-up that came from US only. It said like somebody went to US for the first time. And without telling anyone, he took the car and started driving. And he drove with full speed. And suddenly on the TV channel, the family members of this person are watching that there is a road rage. And the cops are following them. And somebody is driving very fast. And by looking at the number plate, they knew that this is theirs only. So they called up the person like, where are you? No, I'm driving the car. I don't know these kind of facilities were there. The police is taking me along with them. And at the same time, the only thing that I don't understand is why everybody is coming from the opposite direction. He didn't even realize that he is driving in the opposite way. At times in our lives, if things are all coming in the opposite direction, it is time to stop and check. Is it a fault with all others or it is me? And trust me, you cannot change others. You can change yourself. The first quality of your mind keeps you engaged. Second quality, it only shows you the half picture. किसी ने पूरा चांद देखा है? Any one of you have seen the full moon? Anyone? No, you think that you have seen a full moon, but have you? The full moon is still a half moon because the other side of the moon is not visible to you. Have you seen life in full, in totality? Have you seen your problems in totality? Have you known yourself in totality? No. Why? Because it itself is two-part. It always shows you half picture. So this quality has also taken us into space where we have fought with our loved ones. We have destroyed so many things, right? Without even realizing that. And then some people come and say, Vinay Lata ji, पापी लोगों को सब अच्छा हो रहा है, अच्छे लोगों को सब बुरा हो रहा है. No, you don't know those people then. अच्छे लोगों के साथ बुरा हो रहा है और बुरे लोगों के साथ अच्छा हो रहा है. This is what the statement says, right? All good things are happening to the bad people and all the bad things happening to the good people. Then shift place, na? Check if that works for you. आप भी बुरे बन जाओ ना फिर. But can you? Because deep down within you know that even it appears like the bad people are having all the fun, you know it deep down within that they are not. It's just like this, Sashi ji. When you look at the bad people and you think that they're so happy, it's just like you are seeing a Facebook post. Everything looks happy in that. The Instagram post, everything is happy. But behind that, what they are going through, how do you know? Because those bad people, I'll tell you what their condition is. They're driving a car and the fuel is going down. It's about to end. They have kept a smiley sticker on that. I say, no, everything is happy. All is well, all is well. But ultimately, the fuel will run down. So if somebody is driving very fast, creating nuisance, either they will crash or they will be caught. Yes or no? So if somebody or someone is doing something wrong to you, then remember one thing. Either they will crash or they will be caught. Which one is your choice? Well, I don't choose anything. Because in your choosing, you will create another karma of yours. Don't choose. Believe that there is someone who is going to take care of it. मेरा कोई हाथ ही नहीं है उसमें. हाथ लगा दिए फिर फंस गए. Now if you say, okay, he should be caught. That means that is my doing now. मैं कर्म में फंसा. No, I know if somebody is driving very fast, creating a chaos, either they will crash or they will be caught. So whatever he decides, nobody will hit him. He will hit himself. अपने आप के ऊपर मारेगा. Trust with that. That is another assurance to you. But at times, somebody comes and crashes on you. You are driving right. Somebody comes and hits. Then what? What will you do? I'll tell you a beautiful story. This might melt your heart. Is it okay? There was a lady who was driving a car. Okay. And she was a new learner. Driving, she went alone on that day. And suddenly, a car came and dashed it. Brand new car. Huh? Which car, Aditi ji? Whatever car you can decide. It was dashed. And suddenly she was in all panic. She was in all panic. And now not knowing what to do. The other person is also in equal panic. But he was a good guy. He came like, okay, unknowingly we dashed with each other. But don't worry, your car looks to be much more new and much more damaged. Let us see if you have insurance and all those things with it. Then they go back. She even doesn't know that that kind of thing exists. Then that person helps him open that. क्या कहते हैं उसके पीछे? डिक्की खुलता है. Right? And there is a document there. It's an insurance document. And the person says, yes, this should be the document. And when she brings it out to check, you know what was written on that paper? The first paper. Now listen, and something happens. The first thing that was written in the letter is, honey, if you are pulling this paper out, that means something has happened to the car. But remember, you are important. Your loving husband. somebody dashed into your car, but have you checked? There is a slip. There is a slip for every one of us, which was not signed by any of the husband or son or wife, daughter. No, it has been sealed by the Creator. It will say, and it reads, dear, if you are pulling this out, that means something has happened in life. But remember, you are more important to me. Your loving God. एक बार जाके चेक तो करो पेपर है कि नहीं. But can you see, even all these things running simultaneously, our mind doesn't show us all that. It shows us the accident. It shows us the marks on the car. But what is the assurance? I don't look for insurance. I look for assurance from the divinity. And I am assured absolutely. Whether I am insured or not, I don't know, but I am assured. And for me, that assurance is much more important than the insurance that I carry. My assurance from him is you are going to live a long life because you have to help people, rather than the insurance that I carry of a lifetime. Now, you want to live an insured life or you want to live an assured life? Choose. Assurance is the breath itself, Janesh, but we don't trust that also. We have always kept him apart from us. हमें हमेशा यही लगा है कि हमें दर्द दुख देने के लिए इधर भेजा गया. No one has sent you here to go through pain. It was designed for you to experience. It was designed for you to enjoy that ride. The faster you accept it, as it was told earlier, the faster you accept it, Santoshi ji, the much better it is. Or else the story of the same dog sitting on the rug with a nail. याद है ना कहानी, मेरे दोस्त का कुत्ता. My friend's dog. अच्छा, सो राजन जी दोनों का काम कर ले रहे हैं, जीवन के साथ भी और जीवन के बाद भी. Assurance in lifetime, but insurance after life. See, Rajan ji, if you live an assured life, you are already insured for that. But if you just take insurance for now, you are not assured for that. There is a simple understanding here. If you are only insuring yourself, means you are too much attached to this life. That means you have to come back. But if you are assured, like, I don't care what happens to this life. I have seen enough, and I know enough is coming for me also. Whatever comes and goes, I am assured. Then in that moment, you can live a life where you are looking at the now moment. And when you look at the now moment, you live the wow moment. Deepika ji ko samajh mein aaya. And that's what it is. If you live in the now moment, you live the wow moment. Because you see, suddenly sometime I say something and say, wow, when did it happen? In the now. Can I tell you that tomorrow I'm going to tell you something and then you will say, wow? I cannot, because that tomorrow will also happen in the now. But at times, it also requires some self-reflection. At times, I remember one thing. Holi abhi gayi na, like just 2 days ago, it was Holi. Have you seen people, those who eat bhang? Have you seen anybody experience? Okay. So Hari Bhai, if he tells his story, like everybody laughs. So I saw one person, and Aditi ji kha liya hai. And what I am seeing is he is going and hitting the pole again and again. एक ही पोल है, there is a light pole there, is going and hitting again and again. वहीं जा रहा है और सर मार रहा है. Look at what is happening to this fellow. Why is he hitting his head again and again? Then one of my experienced friend, he said, नहीं, जब तू भांग खाता है ना, तुझे 2-3 दिखाई देने लगते हैं. You start seeing 2-3 images at the same time, and for him he might be thinking there are 2 or 3 pillars, poles, and he's trying to go in between them. उससे बीच में जाने की कोशिश कर रहा है, इसीलिए लग रहा है उससे. Hello, this is not their situation, it is also our situation. हम भी नशे में हैं. We have taken something intoxicated and again going and hitting at the same pole. Why? हमें बहुत सारे दिखाई दे रहे हैं इसमें. That's realization. Realizing that no, there is one pole. And the second thing is, oh, I am intoxicated. And if you are intoxicated, what you should do? You should not be roaming around. You should be sitting at a place. What does that mean? If you are hitting in life again and again, something is happening to you, you are intoxicated. What you should do? You should sit down and meditate. What is meditation? Don't go hit again and again. Sit down quietly for some time. Will it help? At least you will not hit your head. That is the greatest help that you can do. One more thing happened, Kalyani ji. One person again is coming like this. He reached his house, trying to put the key into the keyhole. Not able to. One of his friend comes, let me help you. You want to help me? Hold the door straight first. वो कहता है डोर को पकड़ के रख, डोर हिल रहा है, खुद हिल रहा है नहीं पता. He himself is moving and he thinks like the door is moving. He's not saying to stabilize him, he says stabilize the door. Hello, at times, don't tell God to fix that other thing. Fix yourself. Because it's a door, it will open. वही तो प्रॉब्लम है ना पराव जी. We all know that no one can be changed. We all know, but we still try. Has it worked for anyone? You trying to change somebody? It's just like you looking into the mirror and trying to change the mirror to change your face. Keep on changing the mirror. But if you change, everything changes. You don't have a control out there. You have a control on your own self. Listen to this again very carefully. Make yourself so strong from this moment on that even though the mighty sea of problems appear at your gates, they will hit their head at your feet and return back. अपने आप को उतना स्थिर स्थायी कर लो कि अगर तूफान के जैसा समंदर भी उठ के आए तो आपके साथ टकरा के वापस लौट जाए. You should become that. I think that's what spirituality does to you. It makes you rock solid. And then whatever happens in life, nothing affects you anymore. But does that mean you should be hard like a rock? Then I have to remind you, sage within, warrior outside. I remember that story of the snake. He said, I had told you not to bite, but hissing is required. And finally, when you are thinking all this, from this day on, the simple appearing place that you call as a fair or a mela, when you go there, it looks like a life unfolding in front of our own selves. And that would be a reminder to all of us that whatever it is just a timely game. Even if I scream, anyways, the person who is rotating will stop after 10, 12 or 15 rounds. उसका भी कोटा है, उतार ही देगा आपको. So even if you are screaming, you will get down. But I say enjoy while doing that. बैठ गए हो ना? So the only way out. Look at with awe whatever is happening in life. Not क्यों हुआ? क्यों हुआ? और ये भी हो सकता है. There are two ways of living at it. Oh, I didn't know this could have also happened. अच्छा ये भी हुआ है. This is another way of looking at aspect of life. But now I'm going to give you a tool, a technique, a process, a meditation. And this meditation, as I said, it is not a meditation of calming you down. This is a meditation of making you strong. Ready? See, today I'm not making you a sage. Today I'm making you a warrior. And who could be a better warrior than Arjun himself? Remember what we answered during our question and answer session about the entire Gita? What were the two words that completed the entire Gita? Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. All that Krishna was trying to tell to Arjuna throughout the entire Gita is मैं ही सर्वस्व हूं, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, मैं ही वो ब्रह्म हूं. And then Arjun, while looking at Krishna, said, what about me? Tattvamasi, tu bhi brahma hai. This is entire Gita, right? 18 खंड में यही बताया गया है और कुछ नहीं बताया. But now we will going to live that moment now. Now this is going to be an entirely guided meditation. Okay? So find a comfortable place. Not necessarily you will be sitting in a Ardha Siddhasan, Siddhasan. You can absolutely relax like Ushaji also. तो बड़े मजे लेके देखो, उनको इंश्योरेंस नहीं है, उनको एश्योरेंस की सब कुछ बढ़िया है, इसलिए आराम से. अब सुमा जी सोच रहे हैं एश्योरेंस की इंश्योरेंस है, इसलिए सोच में है अभी भी. So come out of all these thoughts, Thoughts are your stories of your mind. It's another toy that it has given to you. You're playing with it. Now, please, if you want to dim the lights, dim the lights. Yeah, sit comfortably in wherever you can sit. So we are running a little bit late, but I think like we can afford that for another 15-20 minutes. Ready, everyone? Good. But remember, Haribhai has not recorded today. Good. It's available. Okay. So now sit comfortably, close your eyes, relax. You did not sit with a straight spine, all those things. It is not required. It's you just get relaxed as much as possible because it is about creating that energy within you. Two magical words, remember, because in between I'll be speaking about that. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. You remember these two words. Because what happens is Sandhya ji says, like, the moment you start speaking, for some time we are there, after that we don't know where we are. So for that, when I speak Aham Brahmasmi or I say Tattvamasi, will able to hear that again. Okay. These are the reference points of the mind. You see, it is the same mind that is giving you the stories, right? It's the same mind that is bringing you toys. आप ही का मन है जो आपको खिलौने लाके देता है ना. You know what we are going to do today? We are not going to sell the toys. We are going to sell the seller of the toys itself. हम बेचने वाले को बेच देंगे आज. तब मुक्ति हो सकती है. So ready to sell the seller itself? Good. Please close your eyes. Until date, it was our mind that was giving us the toys, but today, as we are realizing all these things, we will choose our toys for this day. We will pick up what we want and we will use it to the best way possible. So while your eyes are closed, you can remove your glasses because you don't need the glasses while going through this process. Haribhai, please remove your glasses. Good. So just sit silently with your own self. First of all, check your entire body from head to toe and check if everything is comfortable. If you want to readjust yourself in any way, you can readjust yourself. And as I said, there should not be any strain in any body part. Just relax it. Keep on scanning your body again and again from head to toe until you are completely comfortable. And keep on readjusting your body if needed for the next 1 minute. You will notice while you are even working on your body, your breath will automatically become deeper and slow with easy breathing. Just relax into your own breath. As you are relaxing into your breath, repeat it within yourself. Relax, relax, relax. And as you say, you will realize that all the strains in your body are relaxing. And now, as I said, we are going to pick up a story. Before that, complete relaxation for 1 more minute. Now all the thoughts that are just passing by, let them float. Don't do anything about it. Just let them float in front of you. In front of your eyes, just allow the thoughts to come and go. And now we are going to specifically choose one thought. And the thought is, imagine the space of Kurukshetra. The place of Kurukshetra where all the soldiers of the Pandavas and the Kauravas are there in the field. Imagine that. Have so like millions and millions of humans, horses, elephants, chariots, all that you can see. Look at it as if you are watching it on a very big screen. And as you are focusing, it will become more and more clearer to you. And you will be able to see everything with crystal clarity. Now choose the next situation where it is as if you are flying over that field and watching it. You are present in that moment and you are flying over that field of battle. वो कुरुक्षेत्र के रणभूमि के ऊपर आप मानो जैसे उड़ते हुए जा रहे हो. You are just flying and you watch everything from above. And now when watching everything from above, now let's choose another. Find the chariot of Arjuna among the millions and millions of chariots. Find the chariot of Arjuna, and you will find the chariot of Arjuna because on it will be the flag of Hanuman. And when you are able to see that flag of Hanuman, choose the next action and you are flying and slowly come down and stand in front of that chariot. And when you are standing in front of the chariot, look how gigantic it is. Look at the horses. Look at the huge chariot. And now let's create some magic. You can see Krishna sitting on that chariot in any form that you want. स्वयं कृष्ण उस रथ को चला रहे हैं and you can see that Krishna is sitting on the chariot. But there is no Arjuna in the chariot. Only Krishna is there. Then what happened to Arjuna? Because Arjuna itself is looking at Krishna now. You are that. You being the Arjuna, you have come down from the chariot feeling like, why should I fight? These are my own people. This is required, not required, whatever is going on. So, no, Arjun ka Vishad. So it's as if you are going through that. And if you connect yourself absolutely to Arjuna, see yourself sitting on the ground, and then Krishna appears, comes down from the chariot, and he is now telling you the Bhagavad Gita. You listen to those words of Krishna. Just listen. Don't interpret. Just listen what it is speaking. Just allow you to speak. Just let it speak. Whatever it is speaking is good for you. Let it speak. Because in this moment you will realize that Krishna has always been speaking through you. Listen like Arjuna now. If you cannot hear anything, then do one thing. Become the Krishna and speak to Arjuna now. And if you are not finding the words, remember what Krishna was saying. Krishna was narrating to Arjuna that I am everything. I am the divinity. I am the ultimate. Yatra tatra sarvatra. I am the divine incarnate. And even though you are not able to speak all that has been written, but at least you can say one thing within yourself for some time. And that word is Krishna narrating to Arjuna, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. And don't just listen to this as a word. Listen to this as if you are that divine being, assuring Arjuna that you are the ultimate Brahman, you are the ultimate creator. Aham Brahmasmi. As this word is revolving around, allow it to become the reality of your life. Aham Brahmasmi. And now, when this word is resounding in your ears, you are completely absorbed into that space of strength. Settle down with this word, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. And now, when you are saying all that to Arjuna, Aham Brahmasmi, then as Arjuna, you are also waiting for a reply. Then who am I? Now assure Arjuna with this word, Tattvamasi, you are that. You are that divine. Tattvamasi. And while these two words revolving, you are reaching into a space of absolute shunyata, a space of nothingness. Just let that word keep on rotating within you and taking you into your own deeper space. And while it is taking you into the space of absolute nothingness, in this moment, allow the energy of the divine appear in his Vishwarupa, in his complete form. and you experiencing the divine not only as a spectator but as the divine himself. And as you are in this space of being the divine, accept that energy as a blessing in your life. And take it as a assurance that you are never alone. You are never weak. You are never abandoned. It's the assurance that he has said, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham, that if you raise your hands, I will hold it. And allow that divine energy to take care of the situations that you might be going through. And allow it to be your guiding star in both in the realm of the world and in the realm of spirituality. Allow it to rise like a blazing sun within yourself. and feel that energy flowing through each and every blood vessels of yours. And now it might be feeling like a little bit of tough energy that is you might feel a little heat within yourself, but that's okay. And now, in order to calm that down, the only next thing that you have to choose is to choose to smile. Smile in the form of the divine. Remembering the face of Krishna, you bring that smile on your face, as if he is smiling through you at the face of all odds, at the face of all situations, at the face of all troubles. Because now you are not pulling your troubles towards yourself. You are laughing away your way through the troubles. And that's the way you should. Because remember, everything is temporary. You are not. Everything comes and goes. You don't. Look at the entirety of your life. Hold it in your hands. And shape it the way you want it to. Change anything that you want to change in it. Because you are no more stuck in the game. You are the architect of that game. You are no more just a small little being in this universe. You are the universe. And with this assurance, we will slow we will slowly take time to return back. First of all, focusing on your forehead, which might feel a very different kind of energy right now. Just relax it down. Utter these words within yourself. Relax. relax, relax. Now your shoulders, drop it, relax. Now again, scan your entire body, relax. While you're experiencing this emptiness, fill it with a thought of joy. Fill it with happiness. Fill it with power. Fill it with choice. Fill it with divinity. Fill it with magic and miracles. Fill your life with the most amazing experiences. And finally, bring a smile on your face. And slowly return back to the now, in the now. Now, when you return back, you will realize that your mind will try to again bring another toy. Might be with questions, might be with what happened, might be, did I hear it all? Might be I lost somewhere. Don't buy any of the toys. Just experience what you are experiencing right now in this moment. The space of absolute emptiness. And now we have just emptied your plate of all the clutters of the past. Start new. Fill it with all that you need, all that you want. And obviously choose some good ones. And remember, the world is not a place of sorrow. The world is a place of entertainment. And the greatest entertainer that the Creator has given you is your own mind. The same mind you can choose to become a lone person, or you can choose to become that divinity. So don't allow that toy shop to allure you as a kid anymore. Sell the seller and choose your things that you want in your life. Because that's what you speak every morning. Aham Brahmasmi. So let these words not just be a chanting anymore. Let these be the words of truth for your life and beyond. Now you can take your own time and slowly open your eyes if you have not done it yet. धीरे धीरे आंखें खोल लें. So as I said, don't analyze anything about the now. The only thing is, now choose one particular happy thought that you want to experience. Take that up and experience that. And hence we completed 40 minutes. You people are amazing. If you are going, you are not coming back. You see your things in life. I was talking to Raj Aroraji, and that would be the final thing that I would like to conclude with. He was asking me, how do I change people? And I said, by changing yourself. He said, can you give me a clear-cut clarity on that? I said, absolutely. I said, do you remember your earlier days when you used to go around with friends for parties and for dinner and almost every night? He said, yes. I said, where are those friends now? He said, none of them is with me now. I said, why? He said, because I stopped going to parties. I said, did you change your friends? He said, no, I changed myself. I said, that's what I'm saying. You keep on going to that space again and again, you find those kind of people. If you move away from that space, those kind of people will also move away from you. May you understand what I am saying by your own experience. Don't allow anyone to drag your energies. Don't allow anyone to take away your freedom. Don't allow anyone. You say, whatever is happening out there cannot hamper me within myself. Because your enemy is within, not outside. So don't allow that enemy to kill it. So may you find whatever you are searching in your life, may all your issues be resolved. May what looks like the most prominent thing now not last long. And may you remember that the entire fair that you have entered into with assurance that it was not created for you to be scared. And if you are continuously being scared, remember you are not in the right place. You have entered into a horror zone, I believe. Come out of that as fast as possible. You need not stay there. And if you are not finding the way, here we are calling you out. Come out. This is the way. There is a path to come out of that. Make it faster. And if the divine is giving you a chance, don't repeat your errors. I see we started with something so light, but ultimately ending up with a tough realization part. But we need not go like this, and we don't have to. It is only about realizing this moment, whatever is going through. But with a strong connection with the divinity, with a strong realization about your own self, and with the strong determination that He's always standing by my side. Because He cannot tear me apart from Himself as I cannot tear myself apart from myself. जैसे मैं अपने आप को अपने आप से अलग नहीं कर सकता, वो भी मुझे अपने आप से अलग नहीं करता, क्योंकि मैं ही वो हूं और वो ही मैं हूं. May you find that power, may you find that grace, may you find that happiness in your life. May all that the divine has really brought you to give here is all happiness, joy, and enjoyment in your life. Yeah, small pitfalls, jump over that. I have seen kids, the same puddles of water that grown-ups are worried about is the best place for the kids to play. They jump in the mud puddle and they enjoy. We are worried. When there are puddles, become like a kid. What do I mean by that? If there are pitfalls in your life, become like a kid. Give your hand to the divine again. You only fall into the pit because you have slipped your hands from His hands. He has not left your hand. You have left your hand. That's why you are fallen into the pit. The pitfalls are not problems. The pitfalls are reminder that it's time to hold His hand back. मेरा मन खिलौनों का दुकान. Absolutely, Aparavati. The invisible thread. See, it went so subtle, right? But the depth of understanding that you have is not the same. From the moment you came in, from the now you are going, you have a very different perspective of looking at the entire life. Any questions? If you have questions, we'll take it on Wednesday. Okay? But remember the words that I said. Scribe it not on the walls, scribe it in your heart. You are not insured, you are assured. And whenever there is an issue in your life, remember that chit that has been written, signed by your loving God. So with this smile on your face, I believe this is the right space to leave you. Not with a heavy heart. So thank you everyone for your kind listening, in which even I dared to speak like a kid in front of all the kids. I started like a old man, but now I am living with you as a kid. I think that's the beauty of you people. Now you people have grown a little older, I believe, by listening to all that. And I have become a little smaller by giving you all that away. So may this beautiful space continue. And with all the blessings of the Divine Mother, may her grace always be with you, with your family, with your home. Till we meet again, Aham Brahmasmi. And I'll be posting that write-up soon. And then other people have to transcribe that into English, Telugu, and all the other language that you want to translate it. I don't keep a copyright of that. And somebody asked, Sandhya ji, why don't you keep copyright? I said, because I am not copying from anyone. So why should I keep a copyright? They can take a write-up, they cannot take me. Because my source is unlimited. I will be worried if the source is limited. I think like the more it goes, the better it feels. Because I'm not insured, I'm assured. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence. Yes, of course, today in the UK session, we are going to initiate them on Batuk Bhairav. If anybody has missed that, you can be there. So you can get introduced to that fellow as well. And some people, those who want to re-listen to him, obviously you can be there. It depends on your own choice. So might be after a few hours, I'll be there. Till then, meet you again soon. Till then, may the grace be the space where you stay. And all the people, rise and shine. Continue to be divine.